This is do or die. Feel it in my veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's a knife for eye. I didn't wanna walk the play.
To Cebu, if you ride direct flight from Narita to Cebu, then it takes about 4 hours and a half, more or less. Maybe average would be 27. If it's a really hot day, 30. Sometimes almost 40 or maybe 40. But around 27, 26. Don't think you need to be fluent as long as you can communicate what you need to do. So conversational level is okay. But if you come here as a professional, then yes, you have to be fluent. As a tourist, it doesn't matter. Basically, I think there's a lot of tour groups that offer Japanese translators. So, yeah. Depends on what it is. I think when it comes to food, like vegetables and fruits, it's cheaper. But when it comes to electronics, I think Japan is much cheaper. It depends on your job, but there's a minimum wage, daily minimum wage here in Cebu is I think around 400. So if you have only the minimum wage, then you'd get about maybe 9 or 10,000 per month pesos. If you go to the downtown area, I think yes. So especially if you're Japanese and you're coming to the Philippines, remember this: do not put your wallets or your cell phones in your pockets in your pants, because people will just steal it. So be careful. Better to put it in a bag. I think you can. Depends. If you're here for a long time and you meet the right person who understands you, then yeah. Chicken. I think so. Yes, I think so. I don't know, maybe. Mizu no kokyu. Kitamura. No, I don't think I can fly. Okay, good luck. On why I recommend you come to Cebu and stay here, maybe live here for a few years. Okay, let's start with number one. We have great beaches and resorts for relaxation. You can also swim with the whale sharks in the ocean. Number two, we can speak English and we're very friendly and helpful. So if you're lost, we can try to teach you, we can help you as much as we can on how to go to wherever you want to go. Number three, if you're staying here for a long time and you have work here, for example, I would say work environment or work life here in the Philippines actually is more relaxed compared to Japan. So you have a lot of holidays and most of the time you can get 2 days off in a week. So we always have time to spend with your friends or family. So it's always work and play, not just work. And number four, the cost of living here is not high, it's not expensive. So you can manage with, even though let's say your company doesn't pay you that much, but that also depends. So if you have your own family here, then of course that will be difficult. But if you're single, alone, and you're here in the Philippines, yeah, it's pretty easy. Number five, I don't know if you know, but we have Sinulog, and Sinulog is like the biggest festival here in the Philippines. So it's every third week of January. So if you're here by that time and if coronavirus is gone, then you should definitely go to the streets and watch the parade. It's the best and the biggest festival in the Philippines, so don't miss it. Also, another thing you should get or eat or try is lechon. So lechon is very famous here in the Philippines. So it's roasted pork and we always have it when there's a celebration. Birthdays, graduation, festivals, etc. So yeah, that's my top 5. So yeah, come visit or come live in the Philippines. It's a great country. It's a relaxing and fun place to be. So how is life in Japan as a foreigner? Well, I was in Japan, living in Japan for almost 3 years, and what I can say is Japan is very convenient. So everywhere there's a train station. It's easy to go around and meet your friends wherever they are in Japan. So that's one, it's convenient. Number two, I really like it because people follow rules. So they always follow the lines and so much more. And customer service in Japan is the best. Like, they will do everything they can and they will do so much more to help you. But I would say though, as a foreigner, if you cannot speak Japanese, it might be a bit difficult. So if you do want to live in Japan, it's better for you to learn Japanese also, because maybe you already know that not a lot of Japanese speak English, so better to learn Japanese. It'll be hard for you to go to City Hall if you can't speak Japanese, unless there is a English speaker in City Hall, for example, or in immigration. Also, train stations, sometimes it will be hard for you to, if you get lost and you can't speak Japanese and you can't see anyone who doesn't speak English, it's gonna be very difficult. But they will try, even though they cannot speak English. One thing I do appreciate is that they will do their best for them to help you, them to make you understand. Overall, Japan is really good. It's a great place to live in as a foreigner. I want to go back to Japan actually. But yeah, as a foreigner, it's a great experience. If you want to try living there for a few years or move there permanently, then go ahead. just also about Japanese. Some city halls have free Japanese classes, so you can inquire there too if you want to learn. Of course, ramen. Ramen, and I really love Koko Ichiban's curry. I also like yaki gyoza and gyudon. So my favorite gyudon place is Sukiya. So you should try that. If you do want to live in Japan, just be aware that cost of living there is a bit expensive, and it might be hard for you to find an apartment if you cannot speak Japanese. Usually they have a much higher rate if you're a foreigner and you can't speak Japanese. But anyway, Japan overall is a really good place, really great country, very safe, very clean, very convenient, great customer service. So I invite everyone to go to Japan, visit Japan, and experience Japan. So that's it. Thank you and bye.